The next step after preliminary layout of the first floor, just kind of taking a bubble diagram and making it into more uh, rigid construction, meaning that I just put some room sizes in and some ideas and some thoughts about how the rooms are going to be related and what the sizes are and what the wall types are going to be. I took a screen capture of the first floor. I made it into a PDF, put it into OneNote, and did a quick sketch of how I thought the second floor might work. Now, I'm not going to jump right up onto the second floor, but if I had some idea that the second floor wasn't going to work, I needed to modify the first floor, now would be an appropriate time to do that. So I want 3 bedrooms. I want each bedroom to have a bathroom. And of course, I want a master bedroom. So I have 2 stairways. So we come up the stairways, and the red is really just the circulation. So we'll have a little bridge. We'll cross over the stairway, we'll climb up the stairway, cross over this. So this area will be open. This area will be open. This is the family room. And right now, I'm assuming that it can be a higher ceiling in the family room, maybe even a 2-story space. And then this is the garage. And I don't have any problem. I don't have any need to put any part of the house over the second floor. If this actually becomes the layout. But anyway, it's just a quick sketch just to make sure that as I refine the first floor, that the changes that I make and the refinements that I make are not going to have to be discarded because the second floor didn't work. So I think I found a solution here. If I say create similar, and I just put a wall up here and across here, I can hide that little jog. I'll pull this guy back here, use the align tool to align it with here. And now I've got another room or space. It's not going to be a pantry, but it could be. Let's see what I've used the visibility graphics to turn off the dimensions. So I'm going to turn the dimensions back on. That's simply very similar to the layers in AutoCAD. You're used to working in AutoCAD. Revit calls them families. So if I make this space 5 feet, I've got this left, and maybe, just maybe, we'll make this a little bit of a bar area or something like that. But let's see, what do I want to do? Well, I might want to continue this wall. That's not part of the wall. Let's see if I can grab that wall. If you hit the tab key while you're hovering over an object, Revit will try to select it. Now, the question is, should I leave the wall underneath the stairs? And I think so, because if we think about the stairs down to the basement, they will be 3 feet 4. So that's okay. That's plenty of depth or width for the stairs going down to the basement. So my next move is to go over to the Annotate tab, and I'm going to do some detail lines. And I'm just going to draw my countertops as a detail line for now, just to kind of sketch in where I think the countertops in the kitchen should be. So I'm going to say over here that the offset's 2 feet. So Revit is going to draw a line that is 2 feet away from wherever I draw the line on the screen. So I'm going to draw it right here. and hit the space bar so that it's on the correct side. And for right now, I'm just going to drag it all the way back to there. Now you'll start to understand when I was talking about those 2 feet and 5 feet and 4 feet and 5 feet. I should have 2 feet left there. Let's just double check it before we go any farther. 2 feet, 1 1/4. Okay, so I'm gonna change that to 2 feet, and I'll have that extra quarter in the walkway because the countertops are generally 2 feet wide. Architecture, no, annotate, detail line, 2 foot offset, and I'm going to put another one right here. Okay. So I'm going to use my visibility graphics, VG, again, and I'm going to just turn off my dimensions because I don't need to see them right now. And there we go. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about for the countertop for the kitchen. I want to copy this guy. I'll copy him 6 feet, no, 5 feet. And then how much of a, let's make the island 10 feet long. Let's see what happens there. Okay, because I know I'm a little shy there in the space that I need upstairs for the master bedroom and the master bath, and I want 2 walk-in closets, his and her walk-in closet. So I need some more, probably I need some more space down below. Now this is going to have a countertop too, so annotate, detail line, use the 2 foot offset, and I'm just going to draw from here. You can see that it's putting it on the wrong side of the wall, so I hit the space bar, and then it puts it on the correct side. And we'll annotate, detail line again. And generally, looks like it defaulted back to the 2 feet, so we're good there. So there's my butler's pantry, which means that I'm probably going to have to cut the countertop there a little bit because I need to walk through. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to cut the countertop here too. So, oh, this is probably not such a great design any longer because maybe I should go across like that and maybe go across like this. This is not turning out to be such a good kitchen after all. If I go over to the Modify tab and then the Extend Trim or Fillet, so now I have all this wasted space here. That's is a good concept for the pantry, but not so good. I don't have a very great kitchen here now. So that might need to be, well, that is going to need to be reworked. Then I'll do the same thing over here, annotate, detail line. I want a 2 foot offset, and I'll draw countertop down here. Again, it's on the wrong side, so I hit the space bar, I get it on the right side. I'm going to draw another line. Now it's going to be a 3 foot offset because that's where the, whoops, that's where the toilet's going to go. Give it a 3 foot offset from here to there and extend trim. So that's a pretty big backhaul lab. Maybe I'll put a shower in there too. I have a client who wants a shower in their backhaul lab, only for the dog. So when the dog is wet or muddy or whatever, they can bring him in to the house and wash him down, spray him down with the shower. So I'll leave it alone for now. And then actually, look at that. The backhaul lab is much bigger than the formal powder room. So let's do the same thing here. Annotate, detail line, 2 feet. So now when we look, I'm going to do it this way. And if I do it this way, that's going to mean that I can't have a window here. So maybe I should not do that. Let's see what happens if I do it this way. And then again, I'll do my annotate detail line with the 3-foot offset and come across here and then just clean it up. And I don't really have to clean it up because it's just a reference line when I put my countertops in. Then I'll erase or delete those. So there we go. Okay. I have a deep closet here. Not necessary to have a closet that deep. It's just a reach-in closet. So we're going to come through here. All right, now let's take a look at what we can do in the laundry room here. Again, annotate, detail line, 2 feet. And we'll just see what we have available here. Come across like that, across like that, across like that. And I still want a countertop in there. Let's measure what I've got here. I've got 9 feet, so I would have 5, and 5 would be 10. And that would not work. So let's take a detail line. See if we can find the center line of this wall, right, this line right here. That'll be the center line of my island. And I'll go to Modify tab and offset that by 1 foot. Okay. And then let's offset by 42 inches. Whoops. 42 inches. I'll just copy it. .42 inches. And let's put another line in here. Just because the first thought you have doesn't mean that's going to be the final arrangement of your laundry room or any kind of countertop. But I thought about it a little bit ahead of time and just using the fillet or the extend trim. There we go. And so now every time I stop to look at my work, just to criticize it and see what works and what doesn't work, I generally go up and hit the save button just to be safe. Okay, so I like everything except for the kitchen. I definitely do not like the kitchen at all. That's a horrible arrangement for a kitchen. So I'm going to have to spend some time looking at that. But that's the next step. I just put in some ideas here for how the laundry room is going to work, how the outer room is, how the back hall lab is. I still have that nice big closet. I like the pantry, walk-in pantry, and I like the butler's pantry, but it takes a lot of space away here. Not happy with that at all. So I'm going to have to spend some time looking at that and think about what I can do to make that kitchen better, because I'm not even a little bit happy with that kitchen right now. And that's the one trap that you don't want to get or fall into, is that your initial thoughts don't necessarily mean that that's exactly how the plan is going to evolve. So my initial thoughts, I had some good ideas here, but I also have some bad results. And the bad results are that kitchen is really horrible. So I'll spend some time looking at that and seeing what I could possibly do to make it better, because it's definitely not acceptable right now. So anyway, that would be our next step, is we're just going to start laying out some countertops. and see how everything works. And I'm happy with the powder room is fine. It's a little small, but I could extend it down here some more if I wanted to. I could extend it out this way. That wouldn't really give me any, but I could take this wall and pull it down, or I could take both walls and pull it down if I wanted to have a little bit more. That's the office. That's not the laundry room. So I just put the laundry room where the office goes. So that was a mistake. So let's see how we can remedy that. I'm going to use my crossing window and move everything from this corner right here to this corner right here. And there's my laundry room. Okay, it's a little bit smaller. This guy's probably going to come down to here so that I have room to come in like that. And this is too big. So I'll just delete it. Since I would use the dimensions, but I have them turned off. So I'll just draw another detail line, which is 2 feet. And I'll come from here up to there. And it looks like I'm going to be able to recenter that island. So I come over to the Modify tab and then over to the Trim Extend. Just clean that up. And then I'm going to annotate detail line, pick the center line of this, and then I'll move all of these guys right here from the midpoint of this guy right to there. So now it's equally centered in the room. That distance, well, let's use the Align tool, Modify, Align, and for now we'll just align like that. So that's a nice big laundry room with a folding table, a nice folding table in the middle. So that's good. There's all kinds of countertop in that laundry room. If anything, it's probably a bit much, but it's okay. Hit the save again. Take a look at all of this. Yeah, everything looks good to me so far except for that. So I'll stop the video here. And what I'm explaining or demonstrating here is just really, once you have your basic outline of your house, you started with the bubble diagram, just where you wanted the rooms to be. And then you move to placing your outside stacked walls in there. Because if I take a look at this in 3D now, you can see that I actually have all of the walls already made now, so everything looks good there. We got what's going on right here. So I've got 2 walls here. Oh no, that's let's go back and take a look at that. Yeah, okay, so the second floor wall is a stud wall. So if we cut a section through there and go to that view, and that's why I was seeing those 2 different walls, is this wall sticks out beyond this wall because this is a stud wall with just siding on it, and this is a stud wall with brick. So when I go back and look at that 3D, that caught my attention real quickly. But I think everything else kind of works right now, except for the kitchen.